If you're single, you might think that estate planning isn't important to you, but that couldn't be further from the case. Estate planning is important if you have kids, if you're married, because you want to make sure that the people that are in your house living with you will be taken care of if something happens to you. But when you're single, estate planning can be even more important, especially for the choices that you're making for yourself. Because estate planning isn't just about what happens when you die. It's also about what happens if you were to become incapacitated. So think about if you were in a car accident and went into a coma for a period of time. Who would be there for you? Who would make decisions for you if you were unable to make them for yourself? Who would be able to handle your legal and financial affairs? If you don't pick people to fill these roles, then those people won't be there to do it for you. For instance, for all of my clients, I create a power of attorney. That names somebody that can handle their legal and financial affairs if something happens to them. If you don't have a power of attorney naming somebody, then there isn't anybody that can handle your legal and financial affairs, unless you go to court and have the court name somebody, and the court may not name who you would have picked. So power of attorney is especially important if you're single. Also, an advanced healthcare directive. Advanced healthcare directive says who makes decisions for you if you're unable to make them for yourself medically. For instance, if you're on life support, who decides whether to take you off or not? If you need an emergency surgery, who decides to go forward with that or not? If you haven't made those choices in an advanced healthcare directive, then there isn't somebody there to make those choices. Another reason that estate planning is important for single people is what happens when you die. Who would step forward to organize your things and get them distributed? That person is going to have to go through a probate process in court, a long, expensive process to title your assets to somebody else. But if you do estate planning, you can name the people that get your assets and can even create a trust that would avoid the probate process entirely, making it really easy for the people that are handling your things once you're gone. Oftentimes people think that estate planning is just for people in families, people who are married, people who have kids, but if you're single, it really is just important, and in some ways more important than if you're not. If you'd like to chat about estate planning, feel free to reach out to me.